What's up guys, Syiler here, and I get asked this about at least once a week to do a video showing off all my mounts. So I didn't really want to do it because I don't have that many. Like, it's kind of embarrassing, to be fair. I'm a guide guy, but I don't have like a vast majority of the mounts. So I wanted to make a video anyway, just showing you the mounts that I've currently got, you know, all the different ones that we've got, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. The ones that I can mount up on, obviously I'll mount up on, and the ones I can, you know, it sucks, but... So I'll go through them all, telling you where I got them from and what they are. So if you are interested, stay tuned, see all my mounts. If not, then yeah. But I've got 162 mounts total on my Rep Paladin. I'm missing a lot of the daily mounts. I'm still missing like the Tillers, the Klaxi, the Shadowpan, the TOC, the... There's a lot of daily mounts. If it comes down to daily mounts, I'm pretty damn bad with them because I just don't like dailies. I'm pretty lazy when it comes to dailies. So if it's a daily mount, I'm probably 50-50 on whether I actually have it. And I'm missing a few rare drop mounts, but that's just RNG. There's not too much I can do about that. Also a few achievement mounts as well. But yeah, anyway. So the first mount is the Abyssal Seahorse. This comes from the quest in Vashir. Everyone can get this very easily. You know, it takes a few quests and you'll unlock the Abyssal Seahorse. It's only usable in Vashir though. It does have a counterpart which is usable anywhere in the world, which is from Poseidus, which was one of my first guides, strangely enough. And this is the Albino Drake. This comes from 50 mounts, so once you collect 50 mounts total, you will unlock the Albino Drake. The Armani Battle Bear. And this is the new version of the Armani War Bear from ZA Timed Run. Basically, if you complete the 4 bosses within a certain time period, you'll get one mount that drops between the group and someone will win it. And there used to be the old version, and when ZA was a raid, there used to be the Armani War Bear, which was more of a red colour. And that was the cool one, to be fair. But yeah, this is the new version. And the Amber Primordial Direhorn. This is a new mount added in 5.2. This comes from the Warbringer's new rare spawns found in Pandaria. I've got a video on that, you can check it out. Armored Blue Windrider. I think this is either the one that you buy from the vendor, from like the Horde vendor, or the one that you get from Dalaran. I'm not too sure. I think it's the expensive one that comes from Dalaran. Costs like 2k or something. Armored Brown Bear comes from Dalaran. Costs like a k or something. Azure Cloud Serpent comes from the Order of the Cloud Serpent faction in Pandaria. You can go collect Onyx eggs or do the dailies to get exalted, and then you'll be able to get one mount for free, depending on whichever egg you chose in the beginning. And then you'll be able to purchase the other 2 from the vendor. There's 3 total from them. You'll see them in a bit. Azure Neverwing Drake. That's a Neverwing Drake from TBC. Comes from... Why can't I remember the not Shadowpan. I'm going to have to map it because I can't think of the zone for some reason. Map. No map. What is Shadowwing Valley. Yeah, it comes from Shadowwing Valley over at Neverwing Ledge. And Neverwing... never mind. As a Riding Claim. Oh my god, I can't talk for crap today. This comes from the Golden Lotus faction in Pandaria. Get exalted and you'll be able to purchase 3 birds. For some reason they're all different prices, like one's really cheap and then one's really expensive. There's nothing really different apart from the colour. Black Dragon Turtle. This comes from the new Horde or Alliance faction added in Mott, basically. You'll be able to purchase the Tabard from Orgrimmar or Stormwind. And then if you go into dungeons, no matter what dungeon you do, even you can do like at level 90, you can do RFC and get like 2 rep per mob. And you can get reputation with them. So once you get exalted, you'll be able to purchase, I think, like 8 mounts from them. So it's pretty good. You get a lot of these dragon turtles, so it's definitely worth checking into. The Black Drake. This comes from OS 10 man. 3 drakes. You have to keep all the 3 drakes alive and kill Satheron, or whatever he's called. And then you get the mount. Guaranteed drop. Black Horde Rider comes from the Blood Elves faction. Black Skeletal Warhorse comes... Oh, Skeletal Horse comes from the Undead faction. Horde. Black Warbear comes from killing all the Alliance or Horde faction leaders. And you'll get that. Black Warcordo is a PvP mount. You purchase it for 2k honor, I believe. Black War Mammoth comes from Winter's Grasp. You buy it for honor now. It used to be the tokens, I think. But you just purchase it for honor as well. Black War Raptor from honor. Black Wolf from honor. Black Wolf is just the Orc mount from Orgrimmar. Blazing Drake is either the normal one. I think Bleeding's the normal one, and Life Binders is the heroic one. This is like a low drop chance mount from either normal or heroic Dragon Soul from Deathwing. Can't remember which version. It's either the normal or heroic one. I've got both anyway. Blonde Riding Yak comes from Pandari. You can purchase it from a vendor in Kunlai Summit, just at the Grummel Bazaar, if you can see on the map there. Just to the right of one keg. I'm not too sure if you can see my mouse. But just to the right of one keg, there's a little village, and you'll be able to purchase it from there. Bloodbathed Frostbrood Vanquisher. This comes from the 10-man ICC achievements. Dragon Turtle, same place as the other Dragon Turtle. Hawk Strider, same place as the other. This comes from AQ 40. Trash Drop, you can only use it with an AQ 40. I'm meant to be mounting up on these, aren't I? I'll mount up on them from now on. Wait, I'll start from there. There's actually some cool mounts. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't even think. Yak. And the Frostbrood Vanquisher. And the Dragon Turtle. Oops. Right, so we'll start from there and we'll start mounting up from now on. The Blue Riding Neverwing, or Neverray. This comes from the TBC faction. Why can't I remember anything today? I'm sorry, guys. I'm just having one of those moments today. Having one of those moments. It comes from the Shatari Skyguard, which is a faction. You can get exalted with them kind of quickly. No, not kind of quickly. It's a bit of a pain in the backside of a grind, to be honest. But I have a video on it. Check my channel for Never Raise, and you'll find a guide to get these. There's a few mounts that you'll get from them. You can do it in kind of a day, but it's just a long time of grinding, to be honest. Blue Skeletal Horse comes from the Undead. Blue Wind Rider just is the basic horde flying mount. Bronze Drake, this is a really easy flying mount to get. It comes from the timed run in Strathalholm, Cullen of Strathalholm. And if you do the timed run, you get the mount. It doesn't come from... People keep doing that and comment on the video saying it's been removed. It's not been removed. It doesn't come from Malzahar. There's a chest at the end when you kill Malzahar. It doesn't drop from that. When you go to the passageway, you can turn right to face Malzahar, or you can carry on and kind of go left. And there'll be a secret boss, a timed boss. And it'll be a Dragonkin. And you kill him, and he'll drop the mount. So it's not been removed. It's not. Trust me, it's still in the game. It's not been removed. You're just killing the wrong boss. You're doing it wrong. Dragon Turtle, same as the other Dragon Turtles, just slightly different colour. Brown Kodo, which is the Tauren mount. Now for these you do need exalted with the Taurens. If you're not a Tauren, you have to get exalted with them. Same with Undead. If you're not Undead, you need to get exalted with them to actually purchase their faction mounts. Brown Riding Camel, this comes from the... Oh my god. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to have to look at each Ramkahen. When you get exalted with the Ramkahen, you'll be able to purchase 2 camels from them. Brown Skeletal Warhorse, Skeletal Horse is the same, comes from Undead. You'll be able to purchase it once you're exalted, unless you're an actual Undead. Brown Wolf comes from Horde, or the Orgrimmar, the Orcs. And once you get exalted with them, if you're not an Orc, you'll be able to purchase that. Remember, these are Horde-only ones. As Alliance, you'll get the Stormwind mounts and things like that. Cenarian War Hippogriff, this comes from the Cenarian Expedition. The old method of getting reputation with them has been changed a little bit. This is going to be a really, really long video, I'm sorry. Yeah, they used to be able to hand in the armaments from Coilfang and things like that, the Coilfang armaments. But that's been changed, you can't do that anymore. But a good way of getting reputation with them is if you head to Borean Tundra. And a viewer tipped to me off about this. I can't remember his name though. Go to Borean Tundra, and just to the left of this Cascala, you'll see a little outpost, and it's like a nature outpost. And basically, they'll have a repeatable quest to get these ears from the poachers, and you'll hand them in, and you get Cenarian Expedition Rep. So it's not too difficult to do at 9 to a couple of hours of grinding, and you'll get exalted, and you'll be able to go back to Outland, to Zangarmarsh, and pick up your Cenarian War Hippogriff. There you go. Guides within guides. Cobalt Neverwing Drake comes from the same place. Cobalt Riding Talbuk, this comes from Nagrand, and it's purchasable from the... Why am I so bad? The Magha, or the Alliance equivalent of the Magha. Same with the Cobalt War Talbuk. The Crimson Death Charger, this comes from that Paladin, Death Knight, or Warrior ICC quest. When you complete it, you get a chest, which will have a mount in. It'll have Tabard the Lightbringer for the Shadowmourne Legendary quest. It'll have like trinkets and lockets and things like that. You'll get like the Janna's locket, and you'll get the music box and things like that. So that's kind of cool. The Dark Phoenix comes from your guild when you... I think it's when you do the Cataclysm Raid achievement, you unlock the Dark Phoenix. Dancing Bear comes from the Dark Moon Fair. It costs 180 tokens or something along those lines to purchase. And there's 2 mounts you'll be able to get from them. Dire Wolf comes from Orgrimmar, nothing too special. Emerald Raptor comes from the Trolls, the Horde faction. Fiery Warhorse is from Karazhan. It's a rare drop from the first boss in Karazhan. Flying Machine is engineering only mount. Fossilized Raptor comes from the Archaeology, from the fossils. You have a chance of getting that as a rare one. The Frostwolf Howler comes from AV. Once you get exalted with them, you'll be able to purchase it for honor. The Goblin Trike is just the Goblin faction mount, and the Goblin Turbo Drake is the same thing. The Golden Serpent is from the Order of the Cloud Serpent, as I mentioned before. This is one of the other mounts that you can get from them. Golden Riding Crane is from the Golden Lotus again. Grand Black War Mammoth is from VOA. It'll have a chance of dropping off the bosses in VOA. It's a 3-seater mount, so it's kind of cool. Grey Coda. It's just the Tauren mount. Then you've got the Turtles. I'm not going to go through all 3 of these, but yeah, you've got the Turtles. Then you got some more Kodos, but these are just normal Kodos. More Turtles. Just Turtles. Great White Kodo, same thing, just a standard. Is that? Oh no, I believe this is from TOC. So I think anyway. This is from TOC, I believe. When you go do TOC, you'll have to do your own faction. So if you're Blood Elf, you'll have to work with the Blood Elves. If you're Orc, you have to work with Orgrimmar. And then once you've finished your own faction, you'll be able to purchase a mount from them, and then you'll be able to pick another faction to do. So you can do like the Trolls or the thing, and the same for Alliance. You know, you'll get the Alliance equivalent. And there'll be one mount that's purchasable for 5 tokens and 500 gold or something along those lines. And then there'll be one that's purchasable for 100 tokens from TOC. I should really do a guide on that at some point, I guess. The Green Primal Raptor, this is a new mount introduced in 5.2. It comes from the Primal Egg, which you get from grinding the dinosaurs on the Isle of Giants. There's also a chance you'll get the Primal Egg from the satchels from looking for raid. When you get a satchel, you know, when you just get gold in a bag, there's a chance you'll get one of them. The Green Proto Drake comes from Outland, from Sholazar, sorry, not Outland, Northrend from Sholazar Basin, from the Oracles. Once you get to Revered, I believe, you'll be able to purchase an egg, which has a chance of hatching into the mount. Green Karaji Battle Tank comes from AQ. Trash Trap, Never Ray, same as before, just Never Ray. And Skeletal Warhorse is from the Undead guys. Green Wind Rider, just a basic flying mount for Horde. Grey Raiding Camel, this isn't from the Ramkahem, this is from the camel statues, so you'll have a chance of finding camel statues within Uldum, and there'll be a chance that that camel statue will teleport you to a rare boss, and that rare boss will have a 100% chance of dropping the mount, but the chance of being teleported is like 5%, and the camel statues are on quite a long respawn timer. And when you do kill it, you will get a title, which is the Camel Hoarder. So you get a mount and a title, which is pretty cool. So you get Syiler the Camel Hoarder. There's a guide on that as well. Yak, from same as before, you'll purchase it from the vendor in Kunlai. Headless Horseman mount, this comes from the Hallow's End event. When you kill the Headless Horseman, you have a chance of getting a mount from the box that you do daily. Ice Mammoth comes from the guys in Storm Peaks, the big guys that do things. What are they called? They are called the... where are we? The Sons of Hodé. You're about to purchase 2 mounts from them, the Ice Mammoth and the Grand Ice Mammoth. Quite pricey. The Icebound Frostbrood Vanquisher is from 25-man ICC achievements. Ironbound Proto Drake is from 25-man Ulduar achievements. It's quite a cool mount, I do like that one. The Jade Serpent is the 3rd of the mounts that you'll get from the Order of the Cloud Serpent in Pandaria. Jade, Pandaren Kite is from 150 mounts. So when you get 150 mounts, you'll get this one. A little kite thing. There's also one similar when you get exalted with all the Pandaren factions, well, the vast majority. Jewel Onyx Panther, this is a new jewel crafting mount. You have to combine all the 4 previous jewel crafting mounts into this one. Costs, I think, 100 odd K to create. The Corcoran Annihilator is from your guild vendor for Horde, and the Alliance version is the Golden King. Lifebinder's Handmaid, I think this is from either Heroic or normal Dragon Soul Deathwing. If it's the Heroic one, it's guaranteed to drop. If it's the normal one, it's not. It's like a rare chance. Not too sure which one it is, though. I get confused with them both. Mechano Hog, engineering mount, but can be purchased by anyone. It's a 2-seater mount. It changes slightly if you're Alliance. Skeletal Warhorse, this comes from Undead, I think. It's just the Undead mount. I think that's just the plain Undead one anyway. Neverwing, same as before. Onyxian Drake, finally, got it. That comes from Onyxia herself, the level 80 raid. You'll have a chance of killing it on 10 or 25 minutes, the same chance, and you'll have a chance of getting the Onyxian Drake. Phosphorescent Stone Drake, how long have we been going? 16 minutes! God, you guys must be bored. Phosphorescent Stone Drake, if you made it this far, you are dedicated, and you enjoy mounts. Phosphorescent Stone Drake comes from Aeonax in Deepholm. You have a chance of finding the rare spawn Aeonax. Purple Dragon, same as before. Hawk Strider, same as before. Neverwings, same as before. Not too interesting. Purple Riding Neverray, same as before. Purple Skeletal Warhorse, same as before from Undead. The Raven Lord comes from Anzu in Sephic Halls. Why I couldn't remember that, I don't know. The Red Dragon Turtle, same as before. The Red Dragon Hawk, kind of disappointed in this mount. This is what you get from having 100 mounts. It's very boring though. If it was armoured or something, it'd be kind of cool, but it's a little bit boring. The Red Drake comes from the Dragon people. The Wormrest Accord in Northrend. Once you get exalted, you'll be able to purchase this. And you can get exalted very quickly just by turning Justice Points into Reputation in Dalaran or in TOC, and you'll get it very quickly. The Red Flying Cloud is from getting exalted with the Pandaren faction, the Law Walkers. Once you get exalted, you'll be able to purchase this mount. It's a flying disc. That's what it says on the tin. It's a disc that flies. Red Hawk Strider, same as before. Red Proto Drake is from the Northrend, the Wrath of the Lich King dungeon achievements. Once you get all the dungeon achievements, you unlock the Red Proto Drake. The Red Crozier Battle Tank is a rare drop in AQ 40, and you can only use it with an AQ. Kind of sucks, but eh. Red Riding Neverray, same as before, comes from the guys in Outland. Red Skeletal Horse from the Undead. Red Skeletal Warhorse from the Undead again, I believe. I probably confused some of these mounts with the TOC ones. I do apologise if I do. If it's one that you're like, I can't purchase this from the Horde, then it's from TOC and I've just got a little bit confused. The Regal Riding Crane. This is from Golden Lotus, Exalted. The Rusted Proto Drake, this is from the 10-man Ulduar achievements. As you unlock them all, you get the mount. Savage Raptor is a TCG mount. You can get it like off eBay or you can purchase it for gold. The Silver Riding Neverray, same as before. Talbux, same as before. Spectral Windrider, this came from Scroll of Resurrection when you recruited or resurrected someone who hadn't played in a while. And they play the game and they subscribe again to the game. You got a mount for referring them back to the game, essentially. Spectral Wolf comes from the Tulbarad dailies. I think it's 150 tokens for the Spectral Wolf, or 120, something along those lines. And you'll get Spectral Wolf. Sunstone Panther, new dual crafting mount, anyone can use it. Costs about, I think, 40-50k to create, or maybe a bit cheaper. Pardon me. Swift Blue Raptor, just the Troll Raptor. Swift Brown Wolf is just the normal wolf. Swift Burgundy Wolf, just the normal Horde Orgrimmar Wolf. Swift Grey Wolf, same as before. Same as before, just the standard Horde flying mount. Swift Lovebird comes from Love is in the Air. You got it from handing in eggs, the chocolate eggs, I think. Swift Olive Raptor, same as before, just from Trolls, from Blood Elves, from Horde. Swift Rosashi Raptor, this is from the old Zul'Grub, the level 60 Zul'Grub raid. Not available anymore, so if you didn't get it, unfortunately you can't get it anymore. Swift Red Hawkstrider, this is definitely the one from TOC. So this is the one that you get from the Blood Elf faction in TOC. Swift Red Wind Rider, same thing. Swift Spring Rider, this comes from... Oh, sorry, the Lovebird isn't from handing in chocolates, it's from handing in the love tokens. The Swift Spring Strider is from handing in the chocolates, I believe. Swift Timberwolf, same from Orgrimmar. Swift War Strider, that's the PvP mount. Swift White Hawk Strider, that comes from Magician's Terrace in TBC. Well, it's not quite in TBC, it's from Isle of Quel'Danas, right there. But it's a TBC island, basically. You can get to it from either flying or you can take the portal from Sharath. Swift Yellow Windstrider, that just comes from a Horde. Swift Zullian Panther, this is the new Zul'Grub mount. This comes from the level 85 Zul'Grub, comes from the Panther boss. Tan Riding Camel comes from Ram Kahen, this is the other one that you can purchase. Tan Talbuk and Tan War Talbuk, same as before, just comes from the guys in Outland. Wind Rider from Horde, Paladin only mount. Blood Elf Paladin only mount. Another Blood Elf Paladin only mount. Thundering August Cloud Serpent, this comes from the... Whoops, no, don't do that. This comes from getting exalted with the August Celestials. You'll be able to purchase it right underneath your major city in Vale of the Eternal Blossom. Costs like 7k, I think. Kind of expensive, but you get that for getting exalted. The Ruby Cloud Serpent, this is Alani, so if you see the big dragon flying around, it comes from that. You need to get 10 Sky Shards, and then you'll be able to turn them into a Sky Crystal, and then you can kill Alani, and you'll get a mount. It does require you to be exalted with the August Celestials as well, though. Timberwolf, just the Orc Wolf. Time Lost Proto Drake comes from a rare in Storm Peaks. Good luck getting that. Travel's Tundra of Mammoth, you purchase this from Dalaran. It's a 3-seater mount, and it's also got repair and things on it. Very useful. Not that expensive anymore. It was at the time, but 14k isn't that much of gold anymore. Turbocharged Flying Machine. This is an engineer-only mount. Turbocharged Raptor, just the standard troll people. Twilight Drake comes from 25-man OS 3 Drakes. You have to leave all the 3 Drakes up while you engage the Therion, and you'll get a guaranteed mount for killing him. Tyrell's Charger, this is from the annual pass. When you subscribe to WoW for a year, you got the mount. Venomhide Ravasaur, this comes from Ungoro Crater, from the dailies. It's Horde only. There is an Alliance version of this as well, though. Nether Drakes, same as before. Violet, Pandara, and Phoenix. This comes from the challenge mode, so if you see I'm wearing the challenge mode gear at the moment. This comes from completing all the challenge modes on Silver. You get the mount. So if you do them all on Silver, which isn't too difficult to do, you get one of the mounts. Now, unfortunately, you can only have one mount per character. So if I go log on to my Panda, my Monk, I won't have this mount. It's unique to my Paladin, so I can't collect all 4 of them on my Paladin, which is kind of a bit crappy, but hey ho. Violet Proto Drake, this comes from What a Long Strange Trip It's Been, which is all the world events, so like the Love is in the Air and the Hallow's End. When you complete them all, you'll get this mount. So it does take a year to do. Violet Raptor, just the crappy Horde Raptor. Volcanic Stone Drake comes from completing all the Cataclysm Heroic Dungeon achievements, and you'll get that mount. Some of them are kind of soloable. White Kodo, just a Kodo. White Polar Bear comes from Storm Peaks again. There's quite a few rare mounts in Storm Peaks. This comes from the Blue Women dailies. I can't remember the names, but you'll unlock the Blue Women's dailies as a guide on my channel. And yeah, White Riding Talbuk just comes from same as before. White Skeletal Warhorse is from TOC. You'll be able to purchase that from the vendor when you unlock the undead ones. White War Talbuk from same as before. Woolly Mammoth is, you can buy that for Justice Points in Dalaran. So it's a good Justice Point dump if you've not already got it. The X53 Tauren Rocket, this is the old Recruit a Friend mount. When you recruited a friend to the game and they bought 2 months, you got this mount. And then finally the AQ40 mount. So as you see, I've not got a load of rare mounts. Kind of slacking. If I did all my dailies and got all the daily mounts and things like that, I'd probably be pushing 175. But I'm too lazy. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. It's a 25-minute video just showcasing my mounts. if you enjoy this, you're semi-crazy. But I said I'd do it because a million people have been asking me where my mounts come from, what mounts I actually have. So hopefully you weren't too disappointed in my show of mounts. As I said, I've not got that many. I'm kind of a slacker for someone who makes guides. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Look out for more videos coming soon. See ya!